Oh, I was out there in 2011 when they first started doing this. Told them to stop doing it.
Good morning, Violet speaking.
Violet, this is Gary Thompson calling. Did a great job. You got yourself an overdose prevention site open.
We do.
That's good, saving lives. Because
Trying.
yeah, because there's going to be something bad's going to happen. The nurses are going to use the proper protocol to respond to an overdose. It's give oxygen, may give naloxone, and continue giving oxygen. There's millions of people out there trained to give no rescue breathing and give chest compressions only.
Oh, we don't advise that.
Well, it's up on the whatchamacallit, the Kitchener Waterloo health department's website, all kinds of different wrong information. That
Oh.
yeah, Michael Parkinson's eyes wide open, wallet card. There was a video on the news about the issue before opening, and there was an information table, and it had. I looked at there was wrong instructions on the information table how to respond to an overdose.
Oh, that's not good.
I know. Heidi Jackson, the executive director at Health Canada, the Opioid division, got fired in January for blowing the whistle on how we're all being killed. Health Canada removed rescue breathing from their protocols September last year. One of those there was a stack of the Health Canada's wallet cards on the table, that information table. All the signs of respiratory emergency, no rescue breathing. Because those signs are any of the hundreds of causes of breathing emergency. I've talked to, yeah, I know, it's bad because you tell them, I've run across all kinds of people giving chest compressions to non-drug overdoses. Because you look in the newspaper, 95% of the time it's going to say chest compressions.
Right.
I talked to David Renwick, the general manager of Adapt Pharma, the nasal. He's concerned. He says his hands are tied. It's Dr. David Williams, the medical officer of health for the province.
Wow.
Well, I've talked to David Williams in person. He's like a stone cold killer. He sits there, not a drop of emotion, not a bat of the eye. There's been 1,000 doctors went to the legislature. We signed a letter and had a sit down with Kathleen Wynne back in 2000 and told them to stop doing it. There was a coroner's inquest that ended December 20th. The director of policy for the Ministry of Health was on the stand being questioned by Toronto City lawyers. His response was, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I want my lawyers. Go ask Eric Hoskins.
Oh, wow.
The jury goes, that man's guilty. The jury's verdict was, do not deny rescue breathing from anyone.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Well, Dr. Elaine Davila was on the stand. She's the medical officer of health for Toronto. Under questioning, she says, well, I don't know anything about resuscitation. Ask the nurses, they know what to do. And then she says, Doug Ford's policies is killing people. Yeah, what kind of answer is that? That's a politically appointed answer if there ever was one. I'm not a resuscitation expert. Ask the nurses. Basic first aid. Dr. Davila doesn't know first aid. I made a deputation to the Board of Health September the 23rd about HIV, harm reduction, and child and youth resiliency. They lost the video recording of my deputation, the only one for the day that was lost, chopped on, thrown on cutting room floor, and then they lost the references to my submission. After much prodding, they finally put the references up to my submission. Yeah. My dad's a doctor. He's had threatening letters and phone calls. He's asking about rescue breathing. Do you know what he did with his diploma? Turned it around, facing the wall. He says, I've seen enough mass murdering doctors. Well, it's nonsense. Anyway, Violet, I just tried to save lives. I was out there in Kitchener in 2011 when Toronto Public Health, November 2011, when Toronto Public Health taught Kitchener to give chest compressions. There was a big conference, there was 30 of them. They all knew it was wrong in the room, but they continued to do it. Jeepers. Anyway, Violet, I don't know. I posted it up on your Facebook.
Oh, great.
Yeah, under one of your things. You can look it all up on my Twitter. Keep checking.
Okay.
At Gary CPR, Gary CPR. Just Google that up.
Okay.
I don't know, it's
I
not.
will take a look because I think it's important that for our, on our side of things, we want to keep people alive here, but we also want people out in the community to be safe and alive too.
I know.
We have to make sure we're absolutely doing the right thing across the board for everybody and that it's consistent as well.
I know. Well, it increases drug use and abuse, dysfunctional society. It's causing stress with nurses and EMS and the police department. You know, the police and the EMS and fire department are showing up to calls on a regular basis. People given chest compressions they were never supposed to receive.
Right.
You know? Stress. My brother-in-law, emergency physician, Daryl Gibeon, he got himself addicted to fentanyl because of stress in the workplace. He wound up in the penitentiary for 2 years. He's a very good doctor, emergency physician. He was at the legislature in the media room with Doris Grinspan. She's the CEO of the Registered Nurses Ontario. Back in, I don't know, May this year. They're both saying rescue breathing is the most important part. Because up on the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care, still has the wrong instructions on the government's website.
Strange, very strange.
Well, it's not strange. They're doing it on purpose. The only people that are making a benefit out of this deal is big pharma, because they know they're making everyone physically and emotionally ill. Fear and denial of speaking up. Right? Yeah. I go to conferences with doctors, and as soon as I walk in the room, it's like the Red Sea parting. They start visibly shaking. Don't look at him, don't talk to him. That's the guy that's trying to save our lives. I'm at a conference with these doctors, and John Tory, the mayor, is the keynote speaker. 15 minutes before the conference starts, John Tory walks in the room, sits right beside me. He says, Gary, we're going to stop these mass murders. You should have seen the doctors start shaking when Tory sits beside him. He's talking to them. They really started shaking then. They're crazy as loons. Anyway, you guys keep up the good work out there.
We'll do our best.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do that. Do you want my phone number in case did my phone number show up?
I would say I think it showed up on my phone if you're calling from the number that you would
Yeah,
call
my
from.
cell phone. Yeah, call me anytime.
Okay.
And at Gary CPR, check it all out.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Great day. Bye, boy. Nice chatting.
You too.
Bye, boy.
Bye-bye.
Well, I don't know. I see it up on their website, on the city's website out there in Kitchener, Waterloo. Wrong thing. Boy, it's got the wrong information up. I don't know. And she's telling me, oh, we don't do that. Oh, I see information there. Why do I talk to people that do outreach work and they go, oh no, it's chest compressions, Gary. This is from people. Funny.